you do have the usual cast of characters who are in the mix for league MVP. So Giannis, Curry, Durant, all with a solid case here. At this point of the season, who's the favorite?
I got to go with Steph Curry in this one because as much as when it comes down to MVP stuff, as much as we're still looking at who's the best player, usually on the best team in some capacity too, there's also a level of narrative too that you got to factor in when you're talking about the voting, right? And with a guy like Steph, of course, a fan favorite, and reporters seem to like him too as well, the media that covers him. So that's not going to hurt him necessarily either, where it could maybe some other guys. With Steph Curry, like he's got the record-breaking season, and then he's pulled the Warriors out of, I don't want to say the basement, but I mean, they went and they were the cream of the crop, and then they went all the way down to the bottom in the Western Conference where they're not a playoff contender. And now they still don't have, a finals contender. They still don't have Klay Thompson. And as much as they're expected to get him back and everything, I don't know what he's going to be when he comes back. He may just be a sharpshooter, and right now that's all they need. But still, he's been the guy, like he always has been in Golden State. And they're one of the best teams in the league, if not the absolute best. So I think that you have to give it to Steph right now as the midseason MVP and the favorite going forward.
Yeah, Gary, and the narrative has started to form that this is a three-man race.
Which is interesting because if you ask me who should win the MVP, I would probably say Nikola Jokic.
Wow,
who has
okay.
The best player by every single advanced metric. This is a guy who is single-handedly keeping the Nuggets afloat. They have lost Michael Porter Jr. They have not yet got back Jamal Murray, and he is doing everything within his power and having a better statistical season than he had last year when he was the MVP. So I think Jokic should actually win, but who do I think will win? It's Steph Curry. This is Steph Curry's year, and Nick was saying it. It's narrative-based. And I'm not saying Steph doesn't deserve to win MVP. He does. He's been amazing. But this is the three-point record. This is having maybe the best record in the NBA by the time this thing is all said and done. This is the narrative surrounding the Warriors and their up and down life as a franchise the last couple of years. And these things also come in waves. Like, look at LeBron. Sometimes you go 4 or 5 years without winning an MVP. It's been since 2016 since Curry won an MVP. I almost think writers are just going to think like, oh, it's time. He's due. He's due for one of these. We got to give him an MVP. So voter fatigue factored in with Jokic. I think Steph is probably going to win this thing.